are from Company of the Phoenix. The Company of the Phoenix reenacts 15th century European history, and what we do is both military reenactment as well as the lords and the ladies involved in civilian reenactment as well. History Alive is one of the primary events we have, the Queensland Living History Federation, which is the governing body that is over the top of all of us, and they invite everyone along to this day and this weekend so that we can present all of the history that we reenact. So there's everyone from Roman all the way through to, I think, the Vietnam War. And so we fit somewhere in the middle of all that 2,000 years of history.
But we have all sorts of people that dress up in different costumes to represent different sections of our period. Our period is 1435 to 1485. It's smack bang in the middle of the 15th century and before the major changes in the 15th century. So it's a really good period. It's the pinnacle of armour. German Gothic and Milanese armour, and that's the pinnacle before they turn into rapiers and muskets.
We're really trying to represent the end of knighthood. So knighthood became something entirely different once guns were used on the field, and the gun took over from where we finish up. So after that period, you can train a peasant to use a gun in 2 weeks. It takes at least 15 years to train a knight. And so it would take a long time to train a knight. Peasant comes out and shoots him, and that's when the knights stopped being viable on the fields. They were too costly compared to a peasant with a gun. And so what we are trying to represent is the end of the War of the Roses, where there was massive battles for the ownership of England, the ownership of France, and those areas were always battling each other in that period. And so we represent that real rough and tumble fighting era. But there was also a lot of decorative side to it. There was a lot of pageantry in the tournaments, the jousting was crazy, and the items of clothing became more and more elegant as more and more wealth was found post-Black Plague. More and more peasantry were able to afford to buy things because they could be paid for their work. And so we help represent that by showing off the merchant classes as well as the nobility.